So on a lighter note,
Valve has put out a gaming handheld called the Steam Deck. This was actually the main story. This was the main big thing on my Twitter feed today. I saw a lot of people posting about this. Look, it's kind of like a Nintendo Switch, let's be honest, as far as the appearance is concerned. The difference here is we're seeing two touchpads, one on each side. Obviously, playing Steam games, PC games, you're going to require a little more versatility as far as inputs and mapping for your controls. But otherwise, it looks like a pretty typical game controller with a nice big screen in it. It has an AMD APU containing a quad-core Zen 2 CPU with 8 threads and 8 compute units worth of AMD RDNA 2 graphics, alongside 16 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, 3 different storage tiers from 64 gigs all the way up to 512. And actually, the storage type changes from the base model. It goes from eMMC storage all the way up to NVMe SSD storage. That's really important to note. If you want fast storage, you're going to have to pay more, and you're not going to be able to get away with that $399 start price, although I did really like that $399 start price.
Yeah, very competitive to the Switch.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's also got high-speed micro SD card storage if you need an extra place to store stuff. The Steam Deck has a huge number of control options. Yeah, so obviously there's thumbsticks, there's shoulder buttons, there's buttons. I don't even know what to call the buttons on the back of the handle.
Where the pinky and the...
They're like scuff buttons, I think is what they're called on a console controller typically. The front of the Steam Deck also has ABXY buttons, D-pad, and the screen is 7 inches, 1280 by 800. It's a touchscreen and 720p for gameplay, so not any type of crazy resolution, but it is only 7 inches, so it's not quite the biggest deal. This is a nice diagram showing you everything you're working with there, where the speakers are located, and also a microphone on there, so you can input your voice as well. That's kind of cool. Very, very Switch-like. It obviously, the control units don't come off of it. It's a singular portable unit. And the idea here is that you can take your library of Steam games, right? You can take it to the couch.
Yes.
You can move around. You can find a more comfortable position. You could go to bed and continue playing your game.
Connect it to a TV or a monitor, and you can play there as well.
Listen, man, if my Twitter feed is any indication of the potential popularity of this device, it seems like people want this thing. And it seems like people were desperate for an alternative to Nintendo's product as far as a portable is concerned. I guess you used to have Sony kicking around with the PS Vita, and I don't know, for whatever reason, they jumped out of that space. People already have comprehensive Steam libraries full of games.
It makes sense.
Kind of cool.
Portable gaming is still
now,
around.
I don't know how much you read about this, but what I'm trying to figure out is, do games get installed locally, or can you stream them?
That's what I'm trying to figure out as well.
Okay.
It does work with remote play. So if you have a PC, it could stream it through Wi-Fi.
And then you're using the GPU on your PC. But presumably with the hardware that I referenced earlier, if you head back to the Verge article, because I'm sure that they're going to state it. Let's actually go a little bit lower here. Okay. The battery's a 40 watt hour battery. You should be able to play games 30 FPS, 5 to 6 hours. You can also web browse on there and stream games. Yeah, for lighter use cases like game streaming, smaller 2D games, or web browsing, then you can get 7 to 8 hours. So you are going to be able to do your streaming as well on the Steam Deck, which is making me continue to think about the Stream Deck, which is the thing you're tapping away on right now.
Yeah.
Man, this is all...
And what is the threshold for you to do remote play, like streaming from PC, to installing a game and playing it there? There's obviously like some sort of graphical performance,
of course,
difference.
Valve will also sell a dock that you can use to prop up the Steam Deck and plug it into external displays like a TV. You won't need a dock to plug it into a TV, though, because it will plug in just via cables directly from the output. If you choose, the dock is just, I guess, there for convenience. It has USB-C that contains HDMI inside of it. There's also Bluetooth audio over there. Wow. All right. That's even more exciting then. If I like the versatility of it, that there's a couple different ways to interface with it. I like that. You can use the remote play, Valve's remote play if you want, but you can also, it seems like you can also play locally on it.
It's running Linux as well.
Full-fledged computer. And it can also do your entertainment. Presumably it has your apps. I mean, if it has a web browser, you can do anything on it.
Yeah, there was a cool little demo. I can't find it on the website, but you basically tap on the touchpad and you can actually aim where you want to aim, like just holding it because it has a gyroscope.
Right.
Just to get that precise aim.
Variety of sensors in there.
So it's very cool.
When is the release? Intuitive. Did they mention that? Reservations for all the versions open on Friday, and
it'll be releasing
$5 reservation fee.
December.
Okay, so Christmas time, United States, Canada, European Union, and the United Kingdom, and then everything else comes in 2022. Wow. Oh, IGN got a hands-on? That's one heck of an exclusive. That's cool. So they got to play an early model. Obviously, they got to work on the software and stuff if they're not launching until December. But this gives you a nice little look at how it's going to feel to hold and use.
It's switchy. A chunky boy.
Chunkier Switchy.
Yeah.
Chunkier than the Switch. Cool. They're going to sell a bunch of those. Yeah, the Switch has been popular. This will be popular. That's awesome. Although in the past they've kind of had a hit and miss record on the hardware stuff. So
with the Valve controller.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm excited.